Hello folks, and welcome to Crawford's Auto. We're here for another segment dealing with auto body shops and auto repairs. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about replacement parts, and I'm going to be asking Steve Behrendt from Crawford's Auto, who's with me today. In fact, we're here at his shop to talk about what they're all about. Steve, go ahead.
Hi Peter, how are you?
Good, doing good today, Steve.
Your aftermarket part is not an original equipment part. Haven't been crash tested.
So when you're talking about aftermarket parts, does that mean they're coming from junkyards?
They're made by manufacturers who take a original equipment part and they reproduce it to as close to specifications as they can without infringing on the patents.
Now, does that cause a problem in your industry?
The safety would be the big issue.
Why is safety such an issue?
The original equipment manufacturers go to a great expense and an awful lot of time crash testing the parts to make sure that the parts hold on. Parts are supposed to collapse and fold in particular fashion. It allows the cars, the seat belts and the airbag system to deploy in the proper way.
And when you start using aftermarket parts coming from
You
China or wherever?
You take an aftermarket hood that is not as strong, it weighs less, it could weigh more. It's not to the same specifications. The spot welds aren't necessarily in the same spots as the manufacturer's spot welds. So we've had instances where an aftermarket hood, the latch tears out or the catch tears out and the hood flies up going down the road at 50, 60 mile an hour. Creates an obvious safety concern for the person behind the wheel. You take a look at the bumper covers, the bumper absorbers, the radiator supports. All these parts are being produced by aftermarket companies and being sold to collision repair facilities or forced upon collision repair facilities through the arm of the insurance industry. I'd really like to be able to show you what an aftermarket part looks like and make a comparison between an OE and an aftermarket part. But at Crawford's Auto Center, I'm not using the parts.
When you say OE, you're talking about?
Original equipment parts, OEM parts. Original equipment parts are the parts that the manufacturer installs on the car when it's going through the production line. Original equipment parts are parts that collision repair facilities purchase from the dealerships who sell the cars.
So they're the good product. I mean, that's the original product. But at least the consumer is fully aware of what's going on once they talk to you.
Yes.
Now, if they go to a shop that's owned or basically contracted out with the insurance company, are they going to get that same information?
No, that repair facility is going to follow the insurance company's guidelines and install the parts that the insurance company is calling for. One of the unwritten, or in some cases written, part of the DRP contract is that you don't discuss that with the customer. Their
loyalty is clearly not to the customer under these circumstances. However, Steve, you are the front line as far as the consumer is concerned. You're able to inform the consumer what their options are and to advise them on what the dangers could possibly be.
That's our responsibility.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Here with Steve Behrendt of Crawford's Auto.